Hello ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to be doing the London Paddington route to Oxford, and we're going to be driving a Great Western Railway train. I guess, I don't know what class it is, don't ask me about the class, but the number of the train is 166212 Great Western Railway, from London Paddington, early in the morning, 6:57, to basically Oxford. So we're going to get into our train now, open the doors, let the passengers load. So yep, going to let the passengers load whilst we get set up and basically ready. So that's need to be in the forward position. That looks alright. Yep, everything's good. In terms of the lighting, there we go. Night time, so it's 6:58 in the morning, early in Paddington. As you can see, we're turning on our cab light as well. Need to make sure everything's on. Gonna also put on the train lights. That should have worked. There you go. So that's the train lights now on. Turn on the preheat, train preheat, and there we go. That is that then. So we are ready to go. So we're gonna shut the doors. Press our guard buzzer, and we are now going. So first stop is Ealing Broadway. We're expected in at 7:05. We're running a bit behind schedule, I would say. So we may be a little bit late at the moment for that 7:05. Then at the moment, so we'll have to see what we can do. So just going past our first signalling box, then there we've got the green. So we're gonna now idle, basically have no power at all, and we're basically coasting now out of London Paddington then there, obviously, and we're going to be expected in Ealing Broadway by 7:05 in the morning, so we'll have to see if that will be the case. So this is the route then. As you can see, we're going to be going down here, all the way down basically, and eventually all the way, once we get to about there, we'll be in London Paddington, I believe. That looks like Reading, but apparently that's Paddington. We'll see where we end up anyway. So what station's that on our right? I'm not too sure. So the speed has increased now to 50 miles per hour. So we will accelerate up to that. And yeah, basically see what we can do. So this game came out yesterday, just to let you know, you guys. Oh no, it's not 50 just yet, it's 40. But yeah, this game came out yesterday, and it's the first ever, I believe, train simulator game that has ever been released on PS4 and Xbox One. If anyone would like to leave a note down in the comments if they know different, then please tell me. But of what I'm aware, this train simulator world is the first ever train sim game in PS4's or PlayStation's history and on Xbox history. So yeah. So now we're going to accelerate up to 50 miles per hour. So we are doing that now. And we're heading towards Ealing Broadway. That'll be our next stop now. So yeah, we'll see, you know, hopefully everything will go smooth. Hopefully we won't have any mistakes. So obviously you guys will probably be able to see what I can see. Obviously, if you want to know the time that we're due in at, it's up in the left hand corner. If you want to know basically the speed limit and the signalling, it's up in the right corner. And I don't know what the top right corner is. I think that's our score. So right now we're doing pretty well. We're on 400. So we're going to accelerate once again, now up to 80. But yeah, like I said, if you want to know what's going on or all about signaling, it's up in the right hand corner for you to all see, and also the left hand. In terms of everything else, it's all good. So it's pretty dark, obviously, as you can tell. You know, oh, bit of lag there. Yeah, it's pretty dark, as you can tell. At the moment, obviously, we're running a early morning service in the autumn, so you would expect it to be actually quite dark for 7 o'clock. Maybe a little bit lighter, but I'm not too sure, you know. But yeah, we're gonna also do a return journey, so you can see both ways. Should be a bit lighter for return journey. Should be more what you call it. Should be brighter. But yeah, so we're 2.5 miles now from our next stop, which is Ealing Broadway. We have green signals at the moment, so we are all good on signals at the moment. Got no issue there. Now, this is my first ever train simulator experience and train game experience, if that makes sense. Because I don't own a PC, and I know Train Simulator for PC is very, very good. It's one of the things that I've always dreamed of having or doing, like playing Train Simulator. And obviously, as now it's come out on PS4, which is fantastic, I'm really, really, you know, excited to be playing Train Simulator World. And yeah, you know, obviously, as you can imagine, hopefully, I am new to this train simulator, so don't expect me to do everything correct, if that makes sense, because I'm new. So I'll try my best to keep within line with the coordinates rules, but don't expect everything to be spot on, of course. So we're coming up to the train station, which is Ealing Broadway. We're a little bit late by a few seconds or minutes maybe, but yeah, we're not massively late, so you know, that's the main thing. As long as we're not massively late, that's the whole key. So this is now Ealing Broadway. We're coming up to our next stop, as you can see, obviously. So I'm slowing down now, entering the platform in the station zone. So probably a bit slow coming in to the train station here on Ealing. It's quite a long platform, this, actually, for a small station. And there we go. So that's the high-speed railway to the left. There we go. So this is Ealing Broadway, as you will see. So the doors are just opening, and now passengers theoretically should be loading. Oh, we had quite a busy bunch there, so quite a few getting off here at Ealing Broadway. a London station, of course, so gonna sit back down now in our cab. Right, so the next station is Southall, and we're due in at approximately 3 minutes time, so we've got about 3 minutes to get there. Probably going to be about a minute late, as we arrived about 30 seconds late into the last station. And there's a second train then. So as we now leave Ealing Broadway and make our way to Southall, which is only 3 miles down the road. So it's a pretty nice train, this one here, as you can see. Nice small cabin. Got 2 seats. This seat looks a bit hard, as you can see. Not the most comfortable seat. It's only probably used for a co-driver, if that makes sense. Or a temporary seat. You know, maybe for a colleague, if you were to pick one up at a station. Obviously you might want to lend them a seat rather than them sitting outside where passengers are. This seat looks a bit more comfortable. It's got the well, it's a dark green with a white sort of velvet seat, so yep, quite nice. So in terms of the features we've got, well, we've got the passenger emergency override, the AWS, the hazard lights. Got basically everything you could ask on a train, really, or expect. We've got the couple and uncouple system, so if we ever want to couple up a train, sort of thing. We've got obviously the doors. That's the red ones, the in, the blue ones, the out. The red ones to let the passengers out, the blue ones to close them in, sort of thing. And basically the buttons, these operate the right hand side, so this side of the train, and these ones here operate the left hand side of the train. So we're about 1 mile away from Southall now. We're a bit late, we're about a minute or 2 late, because we left Paddington a little bit late at the moment. So we're trying to make up for lost time a little bit. We probably won't at this phase in the journey, so we'll probably have to wait for a different part of the journey to do that. So we'll probably come in at around 7:12. Gonna start braking any minute now. So this is Southall, still in London, I think, if I'm correct. I'm not too sure. I believe it's a part of London. So yeah, pretty decent now. Hopefully we'll get spot on again. So 20 miles per hour right now. Alright, so this is Southall, so pretty nice station. It's an old station, this one actually. It feels old. I like this station, it's quite nice, as you can see. So yep, just waiting for the imaginary passengers to load, I guess. Or you know, pretty nice. Haven't been up here yet. Nice bridge. So this is the footbridge. I presume it has some other features, as you could probably tell. I don't think this station has a step-free access. I'm not too sure. Might do in real life. Some of the features, obviously, in real life going to be different to the game, of course. So, anyway, gonna shut our door. So we're going to leave once the doors are shut. And next station is Hayes and Harlington. So that's in 1.8 miles. We're due in about 10 seconds time. So that is definitely going to be impossible to get from Southall to Hayes in 10 seconds, as you now just see. 7:04, 7:14 now, in fact. So, still another part of London. I actually like this station, the next one. It's quite a nice station. Yeah. So that's another high-speed train man there. As that now goes off into the sunset, whilst we continue our journey. So, yeah, unlike a car, I guess you can't really say the way the train handles. But I guess I can tell you the way it rides, or drives really. It's pretty good actually in acceleration, I think, especially compared to the high-speed train. I would say this is actually better for accelerating. If I had to choose this or the high-speed train, I would easily choose this one. It does feel like it accelerates better. It's pretty smooth, not too loud either. Yeah, especially in the cabin. Oh, right, fair brake here. Having to use a bit of emergency brakes. Getting a bit distracted. But yeah, it's pretty nice train this. So here's Southall, Southall, Hayes and Harlington, and pretty nice station. And there we go. So here's Hayes and Harlington. I like this station. It's a bit like the last station, very classical. Again, as you can see, Hayes and Harlington. I do believe it is actually part of the, well, it's still part of London, I believe. We're now getting to the outskirts of London. Not much going on. Can't go up there, unfortunately. But yeah, do have a footbridge, of course. Few platforms. There's another high-speed connection railway, as you can see. So yeah, this is platform 1, that's platform 2, and then that's platform 4 to the right. Pretty basic station here, but yeah. So anyway, we'll get back in our driver's cabin. Shut the doors. Right. So we're gonna once again accelerate. And next is West Drayton, so a bit more out of London once again, 2.3 miles, still in London really. I believe, let me just have a check on my map. How far out of London are we? West Drayton. Pretty sure it's quite far out now. We're now getting into the outskirts. So yeah, 2.1 miles. We're due in just over 1 minute time. So West Drayton. So yeah, near Uxbridge now. So we're pretty far out now, if you could say. For some reason, it does look like we're actually going to Reading. I think I may have made a small mistake. I think we are going to Reading. Yeah, we are. So... oh well. Yeah, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We will be heading to Reading. But anyway, Reading's quite nice. I like Reading. So yeah, anyway. So yeah, next is West Drayton. Pretty nice here. So we're gonna slow down now as we approach the station again. Trying to make up for lost time, of course. So... you know, so it's a small station, this one is. We're now near Uxbridge, if anyone knows where Uxbridge is. It's quite nice, Uxbridge. I've been there many times, in fact. I do like it, one of my favourite places in London. So yeah, this is West Drayton, still in London, but a little bit out of London. And right, there we go. So yep, as you can see, 4 platforms just about. I don't really class this one as a platform, sort of like from here onwards. Easy fall in here. Very narrow that is, in fact. But yeah, 4 platforms effectively, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, sorry, maybe, yeah, 4. 4 platforms. Pretty nice. So yeah. And I do believe this is the final stop. The next one is Slough, I do believe. Let me just have a look on my route map. Yeah, next one is actually Slough. So that will be the next stop then on the way down to Reading. And then, yeah. So, oh, see, I knew we'd make a mistake. Close the doors too early, I believe. I knew I'd make one mistake during the whole video, but oh well. Right, we can go now. Right. Right. So next is Slough, which is only down the road. Pretty nice Slough is, as you can see. So later on today, ladies and gents, if you are interested, or some point in the next 2 days, I will be doing 2 brand new videos. F1 2017, of course, we'll be doing the Hungarian Grand Prix preview, and also we will be doing the final part of the German Special Edition Grand Prix F1 modern car versus classic car, of course. And in the final for the German modern car versus classic car, we have the Ferrari of 2017, the Williams of 2017, and then we've got the Ferrari of 2004 and the Red Bull RB6, and I'll be bringing that out, that video, in some point. So there's another train, of course. So 7:24 at the moment. It's getting a bit brighter, I would say. Still obviously very early in the morning. I believe it's morning. Yeah, it's still very early in the morning. I imagine when we get to Reading, it should be a bit brighter. I would have thought around 8 o'clock. Well, 8, 9 certainly should be a bit brighter. It is getting brighter. Yeah, I can see the rails better at the moment. So, yeah. Around 9, around 8 or 9, I would have thought we will be a bit better in terms of the way things are. So we're heading now, obviously, to Reading. Next stop is Slough. We're approximately now due in the next minute or so. We're not going to be able to get there in the next minute or so. So let's see how much we can cover. Obviously, this is the part really where we need to make up for the lost time. We've got some high speed now parts. So we'll go through the next station then here. So we're due in now, but we're not there, of course. We're still about 1.5 miles away from our destination. So So this is Slough now as we enter. Of course, so yeah. So yeah, this is Slough here. And we've got actually another train right beside us. And then here, don't know whether that's exiting the station or not. And yeah, this is Slough, so we'll let off obviously the passengers here. Obviously still early in the morning, as you can see, people will be just waking up. I would have thought the sun is rising, as you can see the reflection of the sun. Where is that sun coming from? Because I don't see the sun at the moment, so how can you have a reflection of the sun? Bit of an odd one that is. Oh well, unless it's rising that way. Ah, there it is, I think I found it. So yeah, so that train's actually departing. Yeah, I think it's coming from over there, seems to me. So, only got a few minutes here in Slough. Quite a nice station, Slough is. Pretty wide platforms, as you can see. Pretty nice. Bit like, I would say it's a bit like Stoke Mandeville. If anyone's been on Stoke Mandeville or Stoke-on-Trent, you know, pretty nice station, I think. Stoke-on-Trent is pretty nice. So yeah, only got a few minutes now, so we'll sit back down. And yep, we can actually now close the doors, in fact. And there we go. So we've actually got a yellow signal, so I'm not going to be too keen on acceleration here. Only going to go up to about... Gonna take it up. I'm not too worried, but we may have to prepare to stop in a minute. So... got another yellow signal. I don't know whether there's a slower train up in front at the moment. There might be, might not be. I have no idea what's in front of me. So yeah, the sun is rising, as you may be able to tell. It is getting brighter. I believe it's... well, I don't know which way the sun is rising. So we've got another yellow signal here. Right now the speed limit is actually a bit slower, so we do need to slow down a little bit. So we're gonna coast. So yeah, we're gonna maximize the speed limit whilst we've got the speed limit here, of course. So next station is Maidenhead. So I'm gonna keep the speed of the train up, because next is, we're now in 125, so we've probably gained a little bit of time actually through doing that. Bit of cheating there going on, you could say, but we've actually gained a bit of time, I think is fair. So right now we are on the I believe we're on the high speed line. We can go up to 125 if we wish. Obviously, if you read up there, obviously you probably will be able to tell the speed limit is 90. Well, that's the max speed for this train. So despite we can go up to 125 if we wish, we won't be probably achieving 125, especially not today in this train, considering the speed limit is only 90. So it's very early morning still, coming up to about 7:30 or just gone 7:30. What time do we have to be at next station by? 7:34, 3.8 miles. We might be able to do that actually. We'll have to see. We're running a little bit late in terms of schedule. We're not massively late. We're still practically on time. but we are late. So So 2 miles, gotta slow down. So speed limit's gonna drop down to 40 in 2 miles. So just another train going by. So obviously the time of year I have selected for this scenario is autumn. So that's why it is dark, or a little bit darker than it would be in the summer at this time. So we've got another yellow signal coming up ahead. Not going to worry about it. I imagine it will turn green because the last one was green. So hasn't turned green, that one. So just slowing down for the speed limit now. I'll just coast from here. So next signal is green. We won't be going past the next signal. So yeah. Can accelerate up to, I think, 90, not too sure. Keep it at 40 for now. Yeah, we now accelerate up to, I'm not too sure what the speed limit is at the moment. But anyway, yeah, and that's 75, so anyway, we will be slowing down for the next station, which is Maidenhead. And yeah. So this is Maidenhead then. So yeah, bit of a boring station this one is. Yeah, as you can see, got this like underground tunnel system. So as you can see, we are here. So we've only got Tyford and then Reading. Now, as you can see, this is the route map. In fact, never knew it was even down here. And that's where we've come from: London, Paddington, then and yeah, we're gonna make our way back, obviously, down the route. But yeah, so yeah, we better go into our driver's cabin anyway. Right, so we're now gonna go to Tyford. which is just down the road, or down the track, should I say. So yeah, it's quite nice. Maidenhead, it's alright. We're now deeply outside London, you could say, overall. So, yeah, we're due into Twyford in approximately 5 minutes time. We've got 5.6 miles to do it in. So, can we do that? Let me just do the maths. We might be able to do that, because obviously 1 minute mile, let's say. Yeah, we might be able to do that. Depends how fast we go. Let's say, put it that way. So, still early in the morning at the moment, you know, everyone's just, you know, waking up, you could say. This is really, you could say, rush hour stuff from London to Reading, and then from Reading to London. Obviously, because all the commuters will want to get to Reading for work and to other places, and from the commuters from Reading will want to get to London for work, of course, because obviously this is a part of the main line, you could say, that part of the West Coast main line, or you know, it's a very essential part of London, you could say, or people will certainly want to be travelling from these places. So we've got just over 3 miles to do, just under actually. So yeah, doing pretty good for time, in fact. We'll see. So obviously, you know, we've got no problems with the signals, like no issues in that regards. Our train service is actually, you know, pretty smooth. Obviously been late. Yeah, been late. I wouldn't expect any issues, if that makes sense. Like, we're a minute late and been a stopping train. Issues tend to happen less in terms of signalling, unless there's a signal failure. So yeah, realistically, we're pretty decent for time. So yeah. So we've got 2.2 miles to do. We're making up for lost time, I would say that, because obviously we're due in at 7:43, right now it's 7:41. If we can make up for lost time here, that would be brilliant. Then we should be fine getting into Reading, and we should be on time actually getting into Reading. We'll see. We've been late so far for most, if not all, of the stations. So could we make the final 2 stations on time? That'd be brilliant. We've got about just a mile to do now. So we are actually now a few seconds early, if that's correct. On my watch, we're a few seconds early. We'll see. We will see. Oh. Right, braking now for the next station, which is, the next station is Tyford. So, just braking now, and it does look like we are going to be early, in fact, for this station here, which is fantastic, of course. We did sort of have like a late get-go, and we were like at one point, I think 2 minutes down. So, if we've swung it around, which it does look like we have, then that is brilliant. So, I believe that was on time. We were on time in the station, put it that way. So I would class that as on time. Because we were in the station by the time, obviously, we opened the doors. And it was, you know, that does take, you know, so we're on time right now by the looks of it. Small station, this one. It does have like a branching off platform, so you can actually terminate at this station. And there are trains that do terminate here. I have seen it on the game. So there is actually a service that from Tyford. Don't know where it branches off to. Of course, haven't been down that route yet. I'll intend to eventually, if it's in the game, of course, if the game allows me. So yep, and you can see we've got on our lights here, you know. Still. Right, so we can go literally. So right, so we're due into our next station in approximately 5 minutes. So the next speed limit is actually 40, so not going to be accelerating for too long. We'll make the most of acceleration, of course, and the speed limit whilst we have it, and we'll just brake, we'll probably go to 45 or somewhere in that region. So then we don't have too much to slow down from. So obviously the next signal is amber or yellow. And the next signal after that is green, of course. So the next speed limit is 40. We do have to bear that in mind, so we're going to brake about now. So, just slowing down. And we can, in about 2 miles, accelerate up to 95. Don't know the speed limit currently. Was that slowing down? No, I think we're actually within the speed limit. I believe it's 125 actually on this line, so that we're well within the speed limit. So hopefully we'll be on time getting into Reading. Does look like we're within the speed limit, otherwise it would go red. So must be 125 in this section of track. Obviously we can't do 125 because, as you can see up there, max speed is 90 mph. So got no worries about that at all. About speeding in this train, apart from the smaller speed limits that, you know, obviously anything from, I would say, 75 upwards or 80 upwards, we can't really be done speeding or be caught, or we can't do speeding. If we go, when we get to about 90, we can't do speeding, because obviously the max speed of this train is 90, so obviously, yeah. So it's 7:47 in the morning. It's obviously getting brighter, as you may be able to tell by now. So autumn day, well, it's meant to be autumn. That's when it's meant to be. It's clear weather, as you can probably tell. And yeah. So got 2 miles to our final destination now. So yeah, shouldn't be too long until we're actually at our final destination. I have no idea what platform we'll be going on to. So we will be slowing down for 40. So we're coming into our final destination now. We seem to be on time. Obviously we've still got a mile to do, so we're not there yet. We are close though. The speed limit is 90 again, so we can accelerate up to that, sort of. We do have to bear in mind that we will be coming into the station, and the next speed limit in about a few yards time is 40. So there's a high-speed train, as you can tell, and there's another. So got 2 high-speed trains then coming in at the same time. So next speed limit is in about 0.8 of a mile. We're now entering the station here at Reading. So yeah, we're not too far now, and we'll enter the station now. And we are exactly on time then there, and there we go. So yeah, we are on time then there, and that is it. So we're going to turn off our engine, of course, put that to forward. We will switch everything off, of course, turn on the tail light. So there you go. And that can be at full service, of course. Turn on that quickly on our, so whilst we switch things around now, so we've got on our hazard lights, so whilst that was, off, our tail lights. So we're switching now things basically around. Turn off the cab light, and that is it really, obviously. So there we go. As you can see, so we drove 36 miles, miles walked 7 apparently. As you can see then there. So Ealing Broadway, we actually got in a minute late. Into Southall, 2 minutes late. Into Hayes and Harlington, 2 minutes late. Into West Drayton, a minute late. Into Slough, 1 minute late. Into Maidenhead, a minute late. But for Twyford and Reading, we were on time. So as you can tell then, like I was saying, we were practically late for every single train station except the last 2. So somewhere or another we made up some time, luckily, which was good. So there we go. So we will switch sides now, and yeah, we will. Don't know if we go to the depot now, not too sure what we will do. So yeah, apparently there's a passenger still on. Gonna turn off the lighting now, and yeah, we're gonna walk down the train. Basically, most passengers should be off, I would have thought. That's still on now, it's just the lighting from outside right now. So yeah, obviously we've turned off the engines and all of that stuff, because obviously we have terminated the train effectively. Only the 1 passenger. That's good. Right, anyway, so gonna turn on the light in here. That's the cab light now on for that one. Obviously so we've got our daylights now on the track now, because it is daytime, of course. Cab light is on, our windscreen is on, and next, so service is scheduled for 8 o'clock. That's our next service time. So whilst that, I'm gonna set up everything. So yeah, everything's ready to go. So yeah, practically everything's ready. We're gonna shut the door then, and yeah, I'm gonna obviously take a break for a few minutes, basically, and chill quickly before we get ready to go, because we are ready. Practically all that needs doing is basically getting in and driving back to London Paddington, which should only take a few minutes. So we've only got about a 6-minute break here at Reading before we go back down to London Paddington, where this train and I will terminate. So see you in a few minutes, and just obviously break yourself if you would like to, and yeah, I'll see you in a few minutes. completed the service. Well, as ladies and gentlemen, basically the train has run off. So I'll have a look. Does seem to be. Hopefully there will be a different train coming in. There is a train over here on platform 1 actually. We could take that one. Have a look going over there. Why not? See if we can get permission to drive that train then. Obviously you do need permission to drive the trains in this game. So yeah, I thought that was going to allow us to do a return journey to Paddington. Decided to do a return journey to the depot, clearly. So there are some high-speed trains coming in right now, of course, as you can see. So this is platform 1 here in Reading, as you can tell, possibly. Let's see if we can utilise this train or this service. Maybe we can, maybe we can't. We'll have a look anyway. Right now it is held on red at the moment. So